Several schools in the middle of sexting scandals, including one right on Long Island. 20 students at Kings Park High, they have been suspended for looking at cell phone video of a sexual encounter between a girl and boy at a neighboring school. And police say two 14-year-old boys at a neighboring school have been charged in the incident, one of them accused of shooting the video of the other having sex with the girl. And there's a scandal in Colorado that's even bigger when you're looking at scope. At least 100 students traded pictures of themselves with a football team at the center of it. This is serious stuff, as it is a felony to possess or distribute child pornography. But the question is, what if the folks sending the pics around are also children? Does that change things? And how can police proceed when you got 100 kids involved? I mean, there's so many things to unpack here, but clearly, I think technology's outpaced the law. Minor versus adult. Child pornography. What happens if, in one particular instance with this, that a kid was 17 when he was involved, now he's 18 when this has come to light? Is he an adult and there's a child? I mean, there's no handbook for this, is there?
It's per se illegal. You cannot possess child pornography. No one can possess it. The only people who can have it are the district attorney's office and the police during an investigation. After that, even the police can't maintain that child pornography.
Is a person allowed to take a picture of themselves?
Well, you can take a picture of yourself, but let's put it this way. As soon as you disseminate that photograph, and again, if it's a sexually explicit or
it doesn't matter where it goes. As soon as you send it to one person.
If you send it to anyone, now you have promoted, and it gives the impression that you produced it as if somehow you are the director of a child pornographic film.
Next question. You got this, because I got 2 minutes in this. School, they say in Colorado, they warned them about this a year ago. I know they're in loco parenti and all the rest, but is the school accountable for this? Kids are doing this? I mean, where does the buck stop? Does it just stop with the kids, or does it go beyond that?
I cannot imagine that the school is responsible for it. You know, you've had all of these disputes about whether kids should have cell phones while they're in school in case there's an emergency. So you can't blame the school after telling the kids they can't do it, warning them that it's a crime. Then it becomes a police matter, and the school, I would suppose, is duty-bound to report it to the police, and then it becomes law enforcement.
We know what, when you say the word sex offender, a certain image comes to mind here. I don't know. If you're the prosecutors, I would think you treat one case differently if it's 2 kids versus 100 kids. I think it's different if it's, you know, some sweet 15-year-old kids versus an 17-year-old kid and a 10-year-old. But it seems like we're making this up on the fly.
No,
does the term sex offender get applied regardless of age, regardless of the scope?
No, I don't think so. I don't think the statute intends it to be used that way, and it's a minor anyway. So they have to be treated as minors, but it doesn't make this not less of a crime. Okay, so if there is a crime,
if you're 14, don't you need in the whole child pornography statutory scheme? If you're 14 and you take a photograph of yourself.
Well, no, but if it's just a nude photo, it's one thing. If you're taking a photograph of you engaged in sexually explicit conduct, that's what makes it
but what also makes you, what brings you in as a co-conspirator here is as soon as it comes to me and I send it to you,
disseminated.
Right. Now, all of a sudden, because it's fun and we're friends, and that's what we do as 14 or 15 or 16-year-olds, you know, we become criminally liable and responsible. And as a result,
and what's going to happen is,
I'll tell you what I would do. Yeah. Lock up one of those kids, bring them to family court.
There you go. There you
know, and then publicize the hell of it. Give them a non-criminal disposition, and then move along.
And
there it is.
Cases for adults, though.
And if you think we're already close to resolution here, you know the problems that they're having.
We are close. I just solved the problem.
Okay, Solomon, also known as Brad. Guys, thank you all very much here. We got a headline straight ahead. Stay with us.